British Book Awards are coming up, and as previously mentioned, I'm trying to read every single book in the fiction category. There's 6 of them, and I'm trying to read them before the deadline, then announce my own winner. I'm going to be doing a few different videos on that, and today what I want to do is very shallowly rank them in an order based on which cover I like best. Because yes, I do judge books by their cover, and it's a tactic that generally has served me well. Although I might have missed out on a few, who knows. Unfortunately, there had to be a last place, and at number 6, my least favourite book cover is Natalie Haynes' Stone Blind. One of the really annoying things about this challenge is that most of the books are all just in hardback form, and the paperbacks come out after the awards, and I can't wait till then, obviously. I'm just not a massive fan of hardbacks. It's not necessarily about how they read, it's about how they look. But what I do like is when under the book jacket, there's a really nice hard cover, like engraving and inlay and stuff like that. I'm not mad on the jacket of this one, and also the inside isn't particularly great, although I do like this colour. At number 5 is Stephen King Fairytale. Now, I am well aware that Stephen King is the selling point for any Stephen King book because he's Stephen King. You know, he's incredible. He's written so many amazing books, but I just don't like the big writing of the author's name on the front. I never have. I just find it tacky for some reason. I think a lot of other people would probably agree with me on that one, and that's why he is in number 5. The actual illustration underneath is pretty nice. It's quite nice, and actually if they'd done a thing where the writing was a bit smaller and that was what it was like, then cool, but they didn't. So, and number 4 is Love Marriage by Monica Ali, which I'm already reading and I'm really enjoying it. So I really like the colours on the cover of this book. It's a really nice pattern, but what I don't like is that there is a picture of, I'm guessing, Yasmin, who is the main character. There is a picture with a suggestion of what she looks like. And cool, you know, that's the author's choice, and that's maybe what they've imagined her as. But I like to create the characters in my head, at least the image of them. Otherwise, I will just only imagine that person that is on the front of the cover. So that's what brings this one slightly down for me, but it doesn't bring it very far down because it is a really good book so far. My third favourite book cover of this challenge is Young Mungo by Douglas Stuart. Now, here's the thing about this. When I see pictures as like the main thing on the front of a book, I just think tacky book. I think that's going to be in a charity shop, you know, 2 weeks, a month after it's come out. That's just what I think, because those books, a lot of those are like that. But, and this is a big but, the actual photo on the front of this cover I really like, because it's 2 dudes and they're sloppily kissing. They look sweaty as anything, like they're in a club and they've taken all manner of God knows what kind of drugs. And it just, because it's so different, it stands out. And 10 years ago, you would not have seen this cover. You just would have not. And I think the marketing people at the book publications and stuff like that said, no, not happening. People won't buy it. There would have been prudes who would have been like, no way, not happening. I'm sure there would have been people who were homophobic and wouldn't allow it. And I love it. I love the boldness of it. And that's why it's my 3rd favourite. Number 2 is Babel by RF Kuang. And this feels a little bit biased because I've actually read like the most of this book. I've read the majority of it. And you know, when you read a book, the further you get along, the more attached you get to it, and then you look back and you become fond of the cover. And I'm quite immersed in the story of this book. Maybe that's not fair, but I just had to make this video having not completed the challenge, because it's going to take me a while to do it, and I need to create the video before I get to the end. So yeah, Babel 2nd, and deal with it. Sorry. And my number 1 favourite book cover in the fiction category of the British Book Awards is Maggie O'Farrell's The Marriage Portrait. Now, yes, it is also a big name, like I complained about with the Stephen King novel, but the illustration on the cover is beautiful. It's vivid, it's intricate. I love the colour of the hard part of the book inside, and this lovely inlaid, I don't know if that's the right technical term, but this engraved golden tiger. So that's why it's number 1. Really, Maggie, Miss O'Farrell, I should be relegating you right to the bottom of the list, and the reason is you made a green book. So when I did a video the other day announcing that I was doing this challenge with my green screen in the back, got it all set up, went upstairs to edit, did most of the clip cutting together, whatever, feeling good about it, 8:30, and I'm thinking I could get this out tonight, and then boom, when I do the green screen work, your book turns grey. Oh, Maggie, 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 I was angry, I was angry, I was seething. My teeth were banging together with uncontrollable anger, aggression. So you are not going to be relegated because I haven't read your book yet, and it may well be the best. And you know, if the cover's anything to go by, I think it could be. I will say that they're not the best book covers overall as a package, and I think part of that might be due to the fact that I'm sure most of these authors, when they released their books, when they decided on the book cover, most of them probably had the award seasons in mind, and a lot of the awards seem to be coming up around the same time, which is annoying because I'd like to do more of these book challenges. So probably the first edition of books, they're not always the best looking. That's why when you have one like Maggie O'Farrell's, which I think is really nice, it stands out. And I think she may be known for having nice book covers. I would imagine though that with the further editions of these books that get made, they will get nicer and nicer and nicer. That's why you can get like a book 10 years after it's initially published, and someone like Vintage will make a really nice copy. Now, I am still going with this book challenge, and I'm going to be talking about it in my YouTube shorts. I'm going to be making short videos about all of the books. I'm going to be giving you updates over the course of the next probably 25 days, I think it is now. And then, as I said, the day before the award is announced, I'm going to announce my winner. And if I can figure out how you do a competition legally and you don't end up getting in trouble for it, because I guess it's kind of gambling, I'm going to do so that you are with the chance to win. I will either say a book of your choice from the list, or I will say the one that I choose as the winner. Exciting, right? If you want to follow along, then just subscribe and then you'll see all the videos come up in your feed. I'm going to try and do a few more longer videos as well as the shorts, but the shorts will be there like consistently over the course of the next 25 days or so. This is going to be tiring. One more thing that I might have to do is do a live stream of me reading, doing a marathon of a reading session towards the end of the month. Well, not the month, but towards the end of the collection of days, just to force me to get through the last couple of books. Cool. I'll catch you later. Have a good day, have a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, and be kind to the people around you and read lots because it's lovely.